What is up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here, and today I want to explain some of the new changes that have come through in Hearthstone in this big update. This is kind of, I don't know, it kind of depends on your thoughts on it. For some people, this is going to be a big positive update. For some people, they may be a little annoyed. It just kind of depends. Either way, today, basically, there were two changes. The first change is they've added their next expansion, the Wrath of the Old Gods, which is kind of cool. The other side of things is they've implemented two different modes of play now, Standard and Wild. So Standard is only basic, classic, and the last 2 years of cards can be used, and then all cards can be used in Wild. So which cards can be used right now? Black Mountain, Grand Tournament, League of Explorers, and the 2016 Spring Expansion, which is what we are playing right now. That's it. So all of your old school cards you may be used to using, all of the go-tos that you may have been used to are now gone in this series. Now, obviously, you can keep playing the other version if you so choose, but it's different. Also, they have added a very cool new set of, well, I like it, a lot of quality of life things. New ways to kind of find some cards that, or some decks that you may not be familiar with. So you can click on New Deck, and you can pick any class that you want. Make sure you have the right mode selected at the top, and it's going to show you a set of decks that it recommends. Now, obviously, these are probably not going to be top tier, but they are going to be some of the more popular, pretty much with the meta, or at least the previous meta, or maybe what they think the meta is going to be now, decks. And you can click on any of these. Classic is going to be a modified version of the classic. It's going to be like a starter warrior deck. It will show you what cards you're missing. So for instance, I'm missing Grommash. If I'm, can't find it, it will help you to fill in some of these cards. So you can see right here, I am missing this. They will help you if you don't have them to fill them in by clicking it. And then it will say, all right, we're missing Ravaging Ghoul. What could we put here instead? Well, you could use Blood Knight. You could use a Wrathy Weaponsmith. I'm not sure how accurate. I mean, obviously it's designed by Blizzard, so it's going to be at least probably semi-functional. Will it be competitive? Are people that, are the pros going to be using it? Probably not. Of course, the pros are going to probably have all of the cards anyway. So anyways, that gives you a lot of different options. You can cycle through here and find which decks you are close to completing, which ones you've got a ways to go, which ones are going to work out well for you, maybe, et cetera, et cetera. And you can kind of see the classes that you're at least close to getting complete in at least Blizzard's eyes. Now, there is an application called Innkeeper that you can download. This is an application run by the folks over at Curse in conjunction with the Hearthstone website. I'm going to show you guys how that works here in just a second, and how you can actually find some pretty competitive net decks and see, the easiest way to make the transition through this. All right, so the Innkeeper application, it's a little program like here. It will throw some stuff on your screen as we go through. You can click Export and Verify Decks if you like to do these right here. But it's going to sync all of the cards that you've got. Export and Verify just basically exports these cards right here that you've got, and I believe allows you to upload them to the website should you feel the need. This will sync with your Curse account if you've linked it on Hearthstone. Let me go ahead and drag Hearthstone over real quick if I can get it to sit over. Let me get OBS pulled back up so I can see it right, and full screen. Okay, so here you are. You are trying to figure out which decks can I use? Which ones are going to work for me? Well, first off, you want to click Show Only Standard. And what I usually do if I'm looking for something that's new, you can either do top month or top week. Top week is probably going to be best for right now. And you can see all these decks have these little icons here. Now, if you disable this, you're going to see both wild and standard cards at the same time. So you want to limit it to that. You can come up here and select different decks. So if you only want druids, only want hunters, only want mages, you just click this button and it takes a couple seconds for it to cycle through. Sometimes you have to swap right here back and forth, and then we'll go back to top week. and you can see the top Paladin decks for the week. And it's a pretty good way to go about doing it, pretty good way to find things. You can see this is how much it costs in dust total, and this is how much you personally need. So you can see with my setup, I'm missing a lot from a lot of these. So let's uncheck Paladin. Let's go back to just new, and let's just look at the new ones. Now, keep in mind, new ones are going to be ones that are brand new. They're going to have been just uploaded. These are going to be decks that are not going to be really approved yet, I guess I should say. And by that, I mean by approved by the community. Obviously, you're going to want to go with ones that have lots of views, decent ratings, and that you can use. So for instance, the best one for me would be this one right here, but as you can see, I believe this one is a Tavern Brawl map. So not one I'm going to want to use. So for pretty much all of these decks, with maybe the exception of this one way down here, I'm going to have to do some grinding and pick up some new cards. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing, because the Old Gods does give you quite a few ways to get some decks. So let's flip back over to the game and I'll show you guys that. All right, here we are back in game. I was talking about the new decks that you can get. I do apologize that the loading's going a little bit slow. Let's click all the way back out to the main entrance. Okay, so when you first get into, a new series or whatnot, did I call it Wrath of the Old Gods? It's Whispers of the Old Gods. What is Wrath of the Old Gods? There's got to be something out there that had that. Anyways, you can buy them with gold. Obviously, you can buy them with cash. Not all of us have that. The nice thing is, with this one, they are giving you quests that you can do. The first one is to win 3 with the standard format, and then the second one is to win 7 with the standard format. This is going to give you packs. So the first one's going to give you 3. This one's going to give you 5 for a total of 8, and there may be follow-up quests beyond this. That's a pretty decent amount, plus the 3 that they give you from the get-go. So I believe, what is that? 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 3 is 11? Yeah, my math seems about right there. I think that's accurate. Anyways, that's going to give you a decent number of cards. Now keep in mind, that's not going to fix all of the holes in your deck. It's just going to get you a little bit of a start, put you in the right direction. The best way to go about it is either have a ton of gold or just flat out buy the cards. Otherwise, you're going to be grinding, knocking out all these quests, getting gold, and then either doing arenas for packs and gold, or actually doing the the fights themselves. So, but anyways, guys, that's probably going to get you guys started on the new expansion. Show you guys some of the changes that that have come through, what to expect, and then that nice little application Innkeeper to get you utilizing some better decks right off the bat, and help you see which decks you are closest to being able to use. That way you don't waste your time, picking the wrong one. When you've got 20,000 dust, you need to get a druid deck and you're just grinding away trying to get there. It'll save you a little bit of trouble. Anyways, guys, hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please slap that like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.